The best money we've ever had. With a different kind of money comes a different kind of card. A metal card, powered by crypto. Every time you spend, you get 3% back instantly. Want more? We've got that too. Paired with a powerful and secure app that lets you manage your digital assets in one place. Have an issue? Connect with a real person 24/7. Don't like fees? Neither do we. Oh, one more thing. How about these perks? The future is here. Reserve yours now. The best money we've ever had. With a different kind of money comes a different kind of card. A metal card, powered by crypto. Every time you spend, you get 3% back instantly. Want more? We've got that too. Paired with a powerful and secure app that lets you manage your digital assets in one place. Have an issue? Connect with a real person 24/7. Don't like fees? Neither do we. Oh, one more thing. How about these perks? The future is here. Reserve yours now.
The foundation for a strong ecosystem, as you said, for a number of years, and going back to slow and steady wins the race. A lot of effort and time has been put into getting this right. So I think it's really exciting.
Right. Couldn't agree more. So just as a takeaway, guys, just remember, grow from 10 million to 100 million users in 2 years. That's what we're working on. 100% decentralized, 100% circulating supply, and hundreds of projects building on chain. So there's a lot of excitement. I have never been more optimistic about this space, and I don't think that all of us, we fully appreciate how lucky we are to be where we are today at this moment in time to witness this and be a part of this revolution. You see some of the smartest people in the world entering the game, like Elon buying $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, or Naval Ravikant saying that he is one of the clearest thinker out there. He says that he wants to dedicate the rest of his career to cryptocurrency. I think this is a huge validation. We have the best and the best minds, the smartest people in the world entering this space, and we're just too lucky to be here. We should appreciate it.
Well, you do. I think the community does. It's exciting to be part of the evolution of money and privacy and sovereignty. It's exciting.
Absolutely. All right, shall we hop into the quick questions? I'll try to go through it with you as quickly as we can, so we have enough time to jump on the Clubhouse, which will be my first time to be on Clubhouse. I'm quite excited about that.
You're going to be great, and our community is going to be kind. So
I've heard some people had tough time on Clubhouse before, so let's see about that.
They're not. I'm pre-warming the room here.
Also.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Let's kick off with cards. Lots of questions about cards. So one of the most popular questions that we received was, will the CRO burn affect Carb rewards?
Oh no, absolutely not. We think the rewards work beautifully. They boost engagement. Having this beautifully crafted metal card in your wallet just creates such powerful connection with the brand that we're super excited about growing this program further. Our card is by far the largest crypto card program in the world today. Nobody else comes even close. And we are going to roll it out in multiple other regions. So I'm just super excited about doubling down and improving this product further.
Okay, so speaking of other regions, we had some questions around the world asking when Crypto.com Visa cards will be available in their countries. So in particular, Latin America, Middle East, Turkey, South Africa, Australia. Can you share a little bit about what our plans for rollout in those areas might be?
Yes, absolutely. All these are on the roadmap, and we are actively working on it. As Australia, as you guys know, we have acquired an AFSL licensed entity over there, so this is probably going to be the fastest. Then you've got Latin America, where we're kind of already set up and we're working on it, so you won't have to wait for too long. And South Africa, we're already there. Middle East, we're setting up. Turkey and even Russia are in early stages too. So you will see this program being available pretty much in every market environment you want it to.
Yay. Okay, what's the status of the Singapore license?
That's a tough one. I think if you look at the situation right now in Singapore, you can't really see these licenses being granted yet. So our expectation is that it will take substantially longer than we thought. And we've applied for local payment license and the crypto license last year, but we expect to take some more time. So please bear with us as we sort this out.
Yeah, indeed. I think we're seeing across the world that as regulators become more engaged and more educated, they have more questions. So things sometimes take a little longer than maybe we anticipated.
And I think there's also the element of do they really expect 500 applications, right? There's the element of workload here, right? And I think that nobody was ready for such enthusiastic response from the industry, if you will.
Absolutely, you're so right. Okay, so how about virtual cards? That's come up quite a lot, and
right.
Cards are questions around Apple Pay for the EU and APAC customers.
Right, so virtual cards come first, and we are on track to do it in Europe in March. So guys, just a few more weeks, and this is I think this is fantastic news because it improves customer experience greatly. You don't have to wait for your card to arrive. We've cut the backlogs down substantially by increasing the volume of card shipment, putting more people on it. But with the virtual card, you basically get to use the product immediately, right? So it's a big win. Apple Pay and Google Pay, these processes take longer because there are third parties involved and nothing in the coming weeks. But we're actively working on these to make sure that you guys eventually get it.
Great. Okay. So lots of people are excited about Credit Power. Can you share the timing of when that will be available and explain a little bit about how it's going to work?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first market is going to launch towards the end of the first quarter, so next month. And in Q2, we're going to attempt a more global rollout. Again, I want to make sure that everybody understands that different markets have different licensing requirements for this product. So keep it in mind, it's a complex rollout, and it's a first product of this kind that is going to run on Visa Network. I'm excited about it because essentially what it allows you to do is just hold on to your crypto forever. You can just keep it in the wallet, and you spend. We will pre-fund it for you. You don't have to sell your crypto to fiat in order to pay a bill when you're out and about or when you're buying something online, right? And we're going to price it extremely attractively. So it's a super friendly, super useful product for any cryptocurrency hodler.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've been trying to really improve the way that people can use their crypto. But as some of these tokens become true assets, it's difficult to want to part with them, right? And so being able to use them without needing to sell them, I think is pretty compelling.
Oh, absolutely. Ideally, you should never sell your Bitcoin, ever, right? So that kind of solves this problem in one way.
Fabulous, I agree. Okay, so now that the CRO price has increased, will the card staking requirement be lowered?
First of all, I never talk about price, just want to make it clear. But we wanted to address the issue of market volatility. It goes up, it goes down, and we wanted to make it more predictable. So think it was about 2 weeks ago, we announced that in March we're going to fix the staking tiers in local fiat currencies.
Yeah.
So in dollars, euros, pounds, you name it, right? So this problem goes away, and it's going to be a very predictable staking level expressed in fiat terms starting from next month.
Okay. And do you have an update on white label cards?
Yeah, we have a lot of great conversations about it. I need to be careful not to disclose things that are not supposed to be disclosed yet. We're waiting for one final infrastructure upgrade, if you will, before we start rolling these things out and moving forward with it. I will leave it at this. And we're again very excited about taking our entire infrastructure and working with partners to enable them to build businesses on top of what we've spent years building with a single API and a single contract, right? So this is a very important part of the future of Crypto.com, and we're working on this hard. But again, these things rely on third parties a lot, so it takes time.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Very important in my region. A question about re-enabling the GBP wallet. So previously we communicated that we're looking at Q1. Can we have an update on the GBP wallet?
Guys, I just want to make it clear that I know that this is every single week a top 3 issue in terms of number of requests. And we've been working super hard on solving this, and we are still on track to finish it within Q1. So by the end of March, we will have your GBP in and out back and your wallet back. It's unfortunate that it takes so long, but again, this is what happens when you're relying on third parties. And over time, how we're addressing companies, we are getting regulated in multiple markets, and we'll just vertically integrate all this infrastructure. So we are in control of the user experience, and you can always rely on us to provide robust, reliable service.
Indeed. Well, this one is one that I'm, equally working on as well. So, commitment to the community that we're doing everything we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as possible. Okay. So a few people have asked about customer service and why there sometimes has been a longer wait for response recently. Can you share our plan to address this?
That is a very gentle way to address this. So, Bitcoin all-time high and this massive growth in user base where we basically doubled the size of our customer base in 4 months. Resulted in long waiting times. And
the bull run.
Structurally, it's just impossible to fix without onboarding more CS agents. I mean, there's only as much as you can do with fixing some issues on the user interface or product or process. In the end, just the volumes are just insane, and we just need more people. And the problem with people is that they are not like AWS servers. You can't just spin them up, and auto scale, right? So we're hiring super aggressively. The company is today at about 900 people, and by end of March we'll be well above 1,000 to address this. And this is really painful, but I want everybody to be sure that our team is doing absolutely the best they possibly can, given the traffic numbers. And if you have an urgent issue, right, just DM me on Twitter or send me a message on LinkedIn. I'm very actively, doing my part of it by escalating these things to our team, and one by one we will take care of it.
Absolutely, agree. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, which is the mainnet launch and the 70 billion CRO burn. So a couple deeper dive questions than you covered in your general announcement. So previously there were some concerns that a token burn could classify CRO as a security. So how has this been addressed?
I have indeed seen this comment from one influencer online. And I think it needs to be stated clearly that there is a massive amount of difference between companies that tie token burns that are periodic to the performance of their business, be it tying it to 1/3 of their revenue or 20% of their volume, or whichever way you want to cut this cookie, right? You're creating an expectation that you're tying this to the performance of the business, and that puts you fair and square in the scope of security token.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the spectrum, you've got a situation where we've essentially burned the entire supply, and that actually lowers our risk because we are shooting for a fully decentralized network like Ethereum. So I view this move as one that lowers our overall regulatory risk in the jurisdictions rather than the other way around. And I think people should be clear about that no two burns are equal, if you will.
Good. Okay. With the change from CRO chain to Crypto.org chain, will tokens built on this blockchain need to be forked, or to put it another way, how do we convert CRO ERC20 tokens?
Right, to the native chain, right? So
yeah.
we will announce a process for this in the next couple of days, so please stay tuned. But essentially, for a good while, these things will run in parallel, right? So if your favorite wallet supports the ERC20 version and you want to swap it first, you can keep it as ERC20. And if you want to migrate to the native mainnet token, you can do so. And the great benefit of migrating early is that you will have this for securing the network as a validator or as a DeFi wallet user who just delegates to the validator. You can get this 20% APY, which is fantastically attractive. So I recommend people start migrating as soon as this process starts. And I think one more thing I want to add to this, right? Because there's going to be about 100 validators to begin with, right? And there are going to be millions of users, individual users, who delegate to the validator they select. Mm-hmm. And who is in the top who is in the list of 100 validators that are active on the network is going to be determined by the amount of CRO staked, right, and delegated to them, right? So this creates very powerful dynamics, and I think it's a very healthy setup for the network, and it will create a situation where essentially billions of dollars and millions of people are securing this network and keeping it decentralized and safe. So I think it's a very well thought out design.
Yeah, aligned incentives for sure.
Yes.
Okay, will the DeFi swap move from ETH to CRO chain?
Right, so definitely we're going to launch AMMs on the chain, right? We are evaluating different options what to do with this and how to play it. The way I see the role of our DeFi wallet is to kind of aggregate all the different projects have in terms of the value, like earn and generating interest, swapping at best, right? Kind of like an aggregator role. So you have a single place where you can do everything on a single wallet, the best possible outcome. And for DeFi swap, we need to obviously it will be great if we can utilize our chain with its low fees and high speed and fast finality. But at the same time, we need to think about how we're going to take it from a small level of liquidity today to $1 billion to $1.5 billion liquidity on the AMM, right? So we're evaluating all kinds of options.
Okay. So, kind of a multi-pronged question. So, what's the difference between Crypto.com and Crypto.org? And could you explain the governance around Crypto.org chain? You mentioned previously that it's going to be fully decentralized. So what will Crypto.com's role be?
Right. So what we are trying to do here is to take the best learnings from networks like Ethereum, what works for them, and lessons from companies that are very good at executing well, and create a vibrant ecosystem with each of the parties responsible for different things, right? So the role of Crypto.com is to bring in the 100 million users through having great products, making it widely available, making it regulated, stable infrastructure, just basically global adoption play, right? For Crypto.org chain, this is the development of the platform, the governance, even recommending funding for core developers or other projects, but being this steward of the chain. And for Practical B, I would compare it to, and by the way, the Crypto.org chain foundation is in process of being set up, so that's coming soon. And for Particle B, you can think about it as consensus on Ethereum, right? A blockchain studio where first, tens and then eventually hundreds of projects are going to be bootstrapped that build on chain to create all the tools that you need and new use cases and capturing new markets to just bootstrap this very vibrant ecosystem. So everybody has a different role, and as an ecosystem, I think this is going to be one of the most powerful ecosystems in the industry. You want to be decentralized, but you don't want to be disorganized. So I think that we have a huge opportunity here because there are people who are very good at decentralization, but don't move very quickly. And there are people who move very quickly, but they just don't understand the importance of being decentralized. So there is a sweet spot here that Crypto.com is uniquely positioned to occupy, and I'm super excited about it. In fact, this really mirrors our approach to regulation. We want to be regulated and fast. We want to be decentralized, and well organized and fast, and execute well, right? So there's a thread here, a certain theme of how we think about building things the right way.